not seen too often. One thing that's really nice about specifically Lord Vrax in the 2 space is A, he's got signatures that grab, so like that neutral signature on lands, and B, they have a long activation time, means a lot of time to get those follow-ups.
Yeah, exactly, and we're going to see, I think, a lot more of the Lance for sure. Lance very strong in 2s, and we're seeing it a Lance on both teams, so this is more conventional Brawlhalla 2s meta right now in 2s, as well as a Kaya on the screen looking to create some space, and very, very methodical play from both teams so far. No one making too much overextension, no one doing anything too big. It's really the feel-out game here on Apocalypse.
I do really like what happened there a second ago. You saw Sub Lemon floating in the sky, saw that Shoes was going to get punished by Athena, and immediately fast fell down, hit that in air, just a really quick breakup tool. I want to see more of that coming out from the blue team, maybe keep their eyes on each other, but Shoes not able to get up in time to stop that signature from taking out Sub Lemon.
Man, the double NSIG there, one from the Ogrim and one from the Kaya, makes it so difficult to find the landing, and fortunately there you're going to find your stocks very well, especially if you can keep the blue team in the air and juggle.
Oh man, Sub Lemon not able to hit the Sig. There's the neutral Sig, not going to quite KO Athena just yet. Oh, nice spot dodge coming out from, I believe that's Volst on the Ogrim.
Great spot for the blue team here with so much commanding control and the double KO pickup from Sub Lemon's Bryn. That's exactly what you were talking about in the Sigs that grab. It perfectly leads into that Bryn downlight on the spear into the conversion. A double KO. So unfortunate for the red team, but so juicy for the blue team.
Dude, that was so sick though, because I thought for sure Sub Lemon was supposed to go for an NSIG follow-up to just like hand off, but instead delayed, saw that Volst was going to go for the weapon toss to save. They ended up stacking up, and Sub Lemon full capitalized, got a double as a result of that. Unfortunately though, Shoes is down another stock. That means the red team is in the lead big.
One stock apiece each in the lead, and right now the bow and the axe online. A great way to create some space, especially as Sub Lemon fights unarmed to find a weapon. The weapon starve game comes online, and right now so difficult for Sub Lemon to find activation, and Shoes is the worst for it. I mean, so much damage building up. Gets the side air there, but didn't find a KO, but even so much damage on the Lord Vrax already.
Oh man, Sub Lemon a little late on that follow-up. You saw Athena able to spot dodge in time. Oh, I think Shoes got in there and actually interrupted that neutral signature, trying to keep Sub Lemon alive, but Shoes gonna fall on the right side, and Athena and Volst still on 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, this 2v1 is something that we talk about, and I like to call the worst spot to be in Brawlhalla. I think 2s really has such strong punish, especially in this 2v1, that it really feels like any hit can do it. And I think right now on the axe as Bryn, you're gonna want to create some space for yourself, but I mean, that's easier said than done as the red team looks to fight in this KO and lock in this game.
Yeah, I mean, 2v1s in Brawlhalla can be very challenging. It's hard to get away with any sort of free damage, and you can see that happen because every time Sub Lemon tries to come in there, takes 1-2 hits there, just like that, the downlight and then a down air.
And there's the downlight into Cider. The Bow Classic is going to find the game for the red team. Athena and Volst take the first game pretty dominantly, I feel like. You know, we were talking a lot about the momentum of Shoes and Sub Lemon, but right there, the red team playing very solidly, having a very consistent game plan on Ogrim, and I think Ogrim really allows characters to unlock because Ogrim creates so much space. Such a dominating force on the stage. You just have a Kaya running around with a bow, picking people apart as you're trying to avoid the Ogrim. Such a strong composition.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. Ogrim definitely being a big kind of he's a big rock. He's this big force of nature that's just sitting in the middle, very stable, very much, like you said, controlling a lot of space, and it makes it so that everybody kind of has to focus on that, play around it, and like you said, Kaya comes in, hits a bunch of Sigs. We saw those Sigs, great effect. Neutral Sig was, I think, the first KO of the game.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we saw some good stuff from Shoes Sub Lemon, notably that double KO that Sub Lemon was able to pick up on the Lord Vrax Lance Sig. But I think it just becomes difficult when you're getting out damaged that much by an Ogrim that's just creating so much space. So every little mistake you're making is getting traded double or triple the amount of damage you would have gotten. So I want to see them playing more together, more tight, so that you're not giving away that damage. Because I feel like in a blink of an eye, Shoes is at KO color, you know what I mean? So you have to really play into that defensive style as the blue team.
Yeah, Shoes definitely likes high-risk, high-reward characters. Coming in now, switching over to the Thatch. That's on the, I believe, Snake Eyes crossover, but still, base 3 defense, and isn't going into the defense stance. Looked in the bottom right. He's in the deck stance on Thatch. That means he is going to be squishy.
Really, really tough to play Thatch. I mean, we talked about it in the last walk, and it's just so difficult because you're so squishy. You're so low defense, especially in twos. You take trades and you're already in deep red, and right now, Athena looking to find that last hit in, gets the pogo to close out that stock. Subliminate bad spot in this 2v1, gets hit by that Nair, but able to land, and not too bad, but you're still down a stock as the blue team.
Yeah. Still just kind of getting outpaced. Shoes, again, like he's coming in with this low defense legend. It means he has to be putting out way more damage. He cannot afford to get knocked around like he's been doing.
Yeah, and every time I see Shoes get hit, I just kind of wince a little bit. It's so difficult as a low defense, or yeah, low defense legend, but you see that Thatch, that side air able to close out that stock, and so does the down air. That's a double for Shoes, who evens up this game a little bit more.
I really like how that edge guard played out. You saw Sublemon from below and Shoes from above. Really felt like kind of the two walls closing in on top of Volst, and Volst really didn't have an option there and ended up eating that down air, but stock count gonna get evened up. Here's a team combo. Shoes in trouble, but the NC gets interrupted by his teammate.
That could have been the end of the stock for there, but fortunately the sidelight, I think, caught their own teammate, and that interrupts the combo in a big way. In big moments like that, I mean, you're even stocks right now. You're thinking you're lucky stars if you're Shoes, then that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Team Red, I'm like, okay, you know what? We got a lot of good damage, but that easily could have been a KO. Blue team obviously does eventually lose Shoes, but because of that lack of KO, Athena is actually going down to the final stock alongside Shoes.
Shoes playing extremely elusive so far, not getting hit by anything big. That's what we were talking about. But every time that Ogrim finds a connection, nice side sig there from Sublimate to swat away the classic. You hit the end light on Axe and then dash forward, trying to create some space. Sublimate's not letting that happen.
Well, that's a burn dodge. Shoes full capitalization, just stayed on stage, saw that whiff, gravity cancel side light. Good movement from Athena though, that dash landing to get behind Sublemon, making sure he doesn't get caught in that 2v1.
Nice little sandwich there for the blue team as they create some chances here to take this game. You are up a stock on Sublemon. Sublemon very solid here. Shoes playing more defensively on that soft platform, but as I say that, Sublemon losing the stock to the Axig, and right now Shoes in quite a bad spot as you are unarmed and off stage downlight into Cider doesn't KO, but you see Sublemon creating some space with that spear recovery. Give Shoes another chance, but no weapon yet.
Oh, that side sig, not enough to finish off Volst on the left side. You can see Shoes, but he misses the dare. It's all left to Sublemon in the 1v2. Down sig, not gonna be a KO. Athena definitely healthier than Volst.
Sublemon healthier than both of them, though. I mean, if you're going to make anything happen, the spear might be the way to do it. Goes for that side sig, didn't find the activation on it, and a nice landing side air to unarm Athena. You can really weapon starve here in that 2v1, so Sublemon just swinging for the fences with the spear, trying to create some chances in a 1v1, but the red team too solid so far. Endlight into Endlight, gets the downlight Sair, misses the Ogrim sig, another chance of life for Sublemon, but with no weapon off stage and some sweat beads to follow, it becomes very difficult to make this recovery, but yeah, doesn't happen.
Yeah. The second that neutral light came out, it was like, that's GG's. Volst being polite enough to wait for the neutral light to finish before going in, but that neutral light locks you down so long. That's an easy punish in a 2v1 situation. Sublemon was just swinging for the fences there.
It almost worked out too, and I think if Shoes found that edge guard, I think you see a very different result of the game. I think you see the blue team winning it even, but especially in those high tension situations where if you miss this edge guard, you lose your stock, it's very easy to forget the flow chart. You can't just take the hit. A lot of times people teach you, okay, on Lance recovery, you take the hit and then you punish them after. Can't do that when you're that deep red. You have to just rely on your timing and rely on your intuition to call it out with the ground pounder down air. You saw the miss there, and that led the blue team into taking that set, or the red team, sorry, on taking that game.
Yeah, Shoes, I mean, had the right idea too, was going on the correct angle to get that recovery, just really mistimed it, ended up falling in front of that Lance and getting KO'd. Unfortunate, but there is a possibility here of blue team taking a game and taking this to a game number 4.
Nice control so far on the Ogrim, something we'll talk about a lot. Volst very solid on the Axe, causing a lot of problems for the blue team as the damage slowly builds up on that. Shoes going for a big sig there, but actually some friendly fire from Sublemon, the side sig, actually catching Shoes and Sublemon in a terrible spot. Athena looks for the pogo off stage, doesn't find it, misses the side sig and gets hit by the side air from Volst, and it already looks so much worse for the blue team.
Dude, the rare situation where hitting your teammate is not the right option. That time it actually kind of worked out. Got the second swing specifically because it landed on Shoes, but once again, I have to call out the fact that Shoes is coming here with a low defense legend. That means he's going to be taking a lot of damage from all sources, including his teammate.
Nice little pickup there from Sublemon to dodge through. Very smart. Keep your resources after the downlight. Some nice open up there. Shoes disrupting, but not only after until the damage is already done on the Ulgrim. Nice little split here. We got a weird vertical 1v1 happening.
Wow, the down sig to throw over to Volst, and Shoes once again starting to bleed out, taking a lot of damage here.
Ugh, so many downlights and nairs. I mean, they're not KOing, but you're basically getting hit by anything into a KO. But Shoes disrupting with the landing side air. Goes for the side sig charge. The down air on the bow doesn't find the KO. Athena with some team damage, and somehow the blue team is holding on here. Loses the stock there finally from the Kaya bow, but okay, there it is. One stock lead, potentially the last stock of their tournament run here in twos. Let's see if they can pull something out.
Okay, a little nair there coming out from Volst. Athena on the right side. Blue team, yep, that's what you play Thatch for. You got to throw out those cannonballs. But still, they need to get these KOs ASAP because they're already starting to take damage on their final stocks. Good side air off the follow-up. Missed the recovery.
She's going for the big recovery, landing with the dare into the side air immediately. Right now, this is a big capitalization on Volst. Volst holding on to the wall. The blue team pretty solid here, going for the weapon starve game. It didn't work out, and Shoes finding a landing side air. And right now, the blue team making a case once again. They are now on their last stock. It's a last stock situation here. Game 3.
Man, that's so unfortunate. The blue team had the power play as Volst was respawning. They had the juggle on Athena, but just could not catch the aerial movement. And so Athena was able to get back down and didn't take too much damage in that power play situation. Side sig gonna whiff, gonna get punished for it.
An unarmed situation on Sublimate, who then picks up an axe. That might be an upgrade in this situation. Shoes somehow with the sweat beat still finds some time to land with a side air and give his teammate time to get back. The charge sig, but another sig comes out. The recovery comes in, and there it is. Athena with the Kaya sig is able to close out that set. It got so close at the end there, but it could not be stopped. And they're gonna take it 3-0.
That was insulting, but also impressive. And the fact that like this spear down sig there is basically waving a giant flag in the face of your opponent and being like, come get me. Watch this. We all have to focus on this thing for a moment.